Hi guys, Piotr here, this Litefinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. Well, today we are going to discuss very easy trading strategy for every time frame, almost every time frame, and well, that's so easy that it's gonna be even for advanced traders. So without a further delay, let's jump straight into the charts. Okay, as I mentioned, it's gonna be really easy, but of course you have to do your own homework, you have to do your own research. That's the crucial. You have to make at least hundreds of tests, right? And then you have to try to adopt it to yourself. Why it's so easy? Well, we were discussing this quite some time ago. This particular as a basic, and we are going to make a little bit more advanced today. We don't have to have any kind of the indicators with that particular one. That's good. The stop risk reward ratio is going to be in our favor, and you have to look for 3R, because it's very possible, because you are going to have this very tight stop. And the strategy is based, don't laugh too loudly, strategy is based on the head and shoulders or inverted head and shoulders. But we are not going to trade the classical one. We are going to trade the break unfilled head and shoulders strategy. That's completely different story, and well, all the requirements are completely opposite, right? In that case. So I'm going to tell you the details. I'm going to tell you about the stop loss, and I'm going to tell you how to take the profit, what to look for, how can you make some measures. The easiest one, because it's really easy. It's us who complicate strategy. But again, each and every trader is different. Again, you have to do your own research, you have to do your own homework, and try to check if it's suitable for yourself and adopt to your trading arsenal. All right, so let's have a look what we have. First thing first, each of us exactly know the possible head and shoulder pattern, right? So in that case, we do have a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and if we are going to break through the neckline, right, that's the neckline, then the possible target is a distance between the top of the head and the neckline, something like this, right? So that's the pretty clear and pretty obvious. Now, inverted, each of us know. What is wrong when the traders are approaching head and shoulder pattern, right? Well, the first thing first is very common, right? Meaning that some manipulators exactly know what you are going to trade. The second thing is that sometimes we are looking for beauty, the clean of the cleanest setup, right? Meaning it has to be, everything has to be equal, right? But as I'm going to prove to you, sometimes it looks completely different. This is classical inverted head and shoulders strategy, right? But as I mentioned, the big guys, big names, those who can manipulate the market, they exactly know what we are looking for when it comes to the head and shoulder. So, well, if that's the pattern, right? Okay, so the classical attempt to the strategy we are talking about is the break of this head and shoulder, right? Meaning that we have the failure on the neckline, and all those shorts who are looking for setup to go to the downside, right? It's a false. They have to run away, and they have to cover their shorts, meaning the price is skyrocketing. And with the classical setup, I would like to see the pullback, but as you probably know, because the basics been discussed, I wanna see the pullback not to the top. So I'm not trading this level. It's not my level. That's my level, right? One of the shoulder is what I'm trading from, all right? And the usually target is, just to clean some stuff, usually the target is this distance to the, this time to the upside, all right? So you know your distance. What you are going to do with the stops? Well, depends on the time frame you are looking at. I would look for the price action on the smaller time frame, right? And any kind of the reverse would be my setup to go long, and on the smaller time frame with the stop just shy below. That's why I told you that at least 3R is what we are looking for in that particular trade example, right? But also there is a little bit more. Okay, let's go first through the inverted head and shoulder, all right? That's the inverted head and shoulder. Possible inverted head and shoulder, all right? I'm looking for some kind of the failure here. Market is running away, cleaning some stops. Then I'm looking for the shoulders being broken. I'm looking for the pullback and looking for 1-to-1 at least as a first target, all right? So that's the pretty clear, pretty obvious. But how can we approach this particular strategy with a little bit of the twist, meaning that we might try to be a little bit of the front runner? The first thing first, if you see the break, clear reverse, retest, and we are going to hold this neckline, that might be your setup. You are well in advance for the further rally. So we are not talking about the 3R, we are talking about the much more, where your first target, it could be the double top, so top of the head, and then again we can eventually double it. Also, the thing is that we might see, if you are going to see the setup, this type of the setup or inverted, all right, and you see on the right shoulder, on the smaller time frame, something that you can create the megaphone formation, all right? Something like this. So immediately on the midline of the, if we are going to go like this, then that's the midline. You may want to use midline of the megaphone formation to try to join the party. All right, so that's the definition. Hopefully you are going to go through quite a few times. Let's have a look at our examples. All right, so that's the possible head and shoulders number one. All right, the one filter you may want to apply, it depends. If you are more advanced, then you can do it completely different way. You wanna see the opposite to the bigger time frame trend. All right, so meaning that if we are falling down, you wanna see inverted head and shoulders being broken to the downside. All right, but this one particular example, we haven't quite go through, but as you can see, we even didn't retest what was possible shoulder left or right, all right? There was straight move to the downside, pullback. Finally, we found the level and see the reaction, 1, 2, all right? That's really, really important. Another one here, possible inverted head and shoulder, all right? No right shoulder, straight move to the downside, but because of it was not that clear, right? We knew it where is going to be our entry, here, here, and here. Of course, the target, and that was supposed to be done on the smaller target, smaller time frame, because we knew it where the first demand is going to be untested level from the previous broken head and shoulder. All right, and finally the last one, I'm trying to show you that not always is going to work our way. Shoulder, head, shoulder, attempt to break. There was probably quite few possibilities, but then there was a stop count, and final move was much later, but still it used to work as it was supposed to, especially taking into the consideration that if you are not looking for the very clear one, right? So then using your imagination, that was that one, right? Inverted possible head and shoulder being broken to the downside. And that was the retest. So again, don't try to look for the cleanest of the cleanest, all right? Then do your own homework as always, do your own test. At least 100. Wish you great next trading session with this strategy. Take care. Goodbye. See you around.